anoint all of our hearts that we might receive your gift to us this day. In Jesus' name. As we start this afternoon, I want to take a personal moment and say thank you for those of you who were praying for me and for those who could attend. And I've got to say, I was reminded, I was so proud of the seminary and show it off to the community, and I'm so proud of you all to show you off to the seminary. So it was kind of a special moment for me, and brought to mind the words of Augustine, who said, of course, if there are good sheep, there are also good shepherds, because good shepherds are made out of good sheep. Think about that for a moment. And my mentor and my first rector in Paoli, Father Dan Sullivan, said it another way. He said, there's nothing more worthless than a priest without someone to pray with. So, thank you for praying with me. It's a long gospel passage, and I'm going to just try to clip out one verse out of it today. So it's going to be a short homily. I've had a lot of other things to think about this week. I sent you to reap for that which you did not labor. Others have labored, and you have entered into their labor. Now, as the clergy sat down with Bishop Hobby this past week to discuss the passage from John 4, we went through the whole passage, and that verse really jumped out at me. The passage is long, and it's meaningful, and it's poignant. It actually takes about an hour of Bible study to really get and catch all the nuances of this passage. It really is a fabulous passage. But I'm not going to try to do the full treatment today. I'll let you do that on your own. But to summarize briefly, Jesus encounters the woman at the hour of the day when nobody else would see her, since everyone with any sense would avoid the intense heat of midday. Jesus speaks to her, shocking the social norms of the day, both because she's a woman and she's also a Samaritan. He engages her in conversation, confronting the complex mess of relationships. He does not allow her to use the smokescreen of theological difference between Jews and Samaritans, but firmly calls her to trust in his role as her Savior and Messiah. And then, in the story, the chapter shifts, and the disciples return from their lunch break. I think they were down at McDonald's or something. And they jump into the conversation halfway through, and they're shocked that Jesus is speaking with her. Now, they're all a bit smarmy in that nobody has the courage to admit what they're thinking and the judgment unto which they're actually holding Jesus. The Gospeler, John, brings all of this up in the story. And the woman who is in the midst of this senses the discomfort. And she bolts back into town to tell others what Jesus had done for her. Now, if we go back to the scene with the disciples, Jesus does not rebuke them for their judgment. Think about that for a moment. They were holding him under judgment. And yet Jesus doesn't rebuke them. But the moment is uncomfortable. We've all been in those kind of moments in conversation, right? And you know there's just that kind of estrangement and that kind of awkwardness, but you don't really know what to say. What do people do when they're uncomfortable? Paul, what do people do when they're uncomfortable? One worries about food, of course, right? I was trying to feed your line, Paul.
I have other answers.
The disciples begin to hyperventilate because Jesus has no food. And suddenly they're concerned about his lunch. And what does Jesus respond? Jesus seizes the moment and he starts to teach them. First, he tries to teach them that God cares for him in a profound way that is beyond mere physical nourishment and food. He teaches them that his sustenance is obedience to his heavenly Father. What an extraordinary response to their concern. Next, he's talking about the harvest and jumps into a discussion of their role in the metaphorical harvest. So obedience is his nourishment. And then he starts to talk about the harvest. I sent you to reap for that which you did not labor. Others have labored, and you have entered into their labor. Now, others have labored, and you've entered into their labor? Why would he say this at this moment? And even more importantly, why did he pull the disciples away to say this? Well, his little sermonette is structured around two pithy statements. The first, in verse 35, concerns the timing of the harvest. Something that's derived from a Greek or a Palestinian proverb, or the literary critics fight about which. And the second and more important proverbial statement is, quote, one sows and another reaps. Or verse 37. Now this proverb was normally applied in the ancient world to distinguish between the fortunate and the unfortunate. You can look at Micah 6 if you want to dig that one out. Now this perspective was somewhat depressing, if you think about it, to the planters. And they were not the reapers. And the same idea is present in Jesus' parable when the master condemns the man who was only given one talent. It's that old thing that we all kind of bristle at. It ain't fair. But Jesus now does something very clever here. And he turns the negative into a positive. Instead of dividing the planter and the reaper, he unites them in common purpose. He unites the planter and the reaper. Digression for a moment. How many of you have been in academic institutions in recent years where there's a fight between the online department and the residential? We had in our seminar, we had the same problem. And we looked at each other and we said, we've got to sort this out. And we said, wait a minute. Let's put them together. And let's let the online help bring students in for the residential program. And let's let the online support the residential program. They can help each other. I can't say it was an original idea. We stole it from her. But it worked. And it's working. So you take that which is opposed to each other and you put them together in common purpose. Well, that's exactly what Jesus is doing. He's saying the planter and the reaper are part of the same program. And the evangelist, as he writes this story, understood the concern of Jesus here. And therefore he highlighted reaping in the mission directives of Jesus. But that still raises the question of the timing. Why bring it up now after this glorious encounter with this woman? It's a peculiar timing to bring this up, it seems. But I believe he's explaining to the disciples because he wants to teach them their need to surrender their judgment. The judgment of the woman, the judgment of their Messiah even. But most importantly, the judgment of themselves. Did you catch that? She felt unworthy. They felt unworthy. And we feel unworthy. It is our broke, sinful nature to try and make ourselves feel better about ourselves by what? Putting others down. It's one of the quick and easy ways to try to boost ourselves up. But it's the wrong way to do it. And Jesus uses the woman to explain the redemption that is given to us. Not because we have our act together. We don't. But simply because he loves us. And is redeeming us. So why is it so hard for us to receive the love that God has for us in Jesus Christ? It was hard for the disciples to see his love for this broken woman. And it was hard for them to see his love for them. And I want to say to you this afternoon, that should be encouraging to all of us. I'll tell you, standing in front of a whole congregation and being loved of as I take on new responsibilities. You feel like a worthless piece of, you know? You know you're not worth it. And yet the Lord says, go forth. That's the way I was feeling last Thursday night. Feeling I had no more excuses. I had to go do it. And you know, we all should be encouraged that we all struggle together. We're the disciples. We sit there in our judgments, and most of all, we judge ourselves so harshly. I've been reading through a wonderful little book, and I really recommend it highly. It's a book by Christopher Beeler, who's a professor at Yale, and turns out he's a good friend of my old student administrator. That's the right language. Mary's trying to get me up to speed. Administrator. Back in my parish in Connecticut. And this little book is a gem, and in various ways, Beeler is reminding clergy of their responsibility to manifest a soul that is being healed and cured, so that they in turn can bring healing and joy to others. He approaches this from various angles, but near the end, he discusses how we encounter Christ through the Spirit-empowered reading of Scripture. And he quotes Origen of Alexandria, who writes, "For those who are in Christ, the veil that lies over Moses is lifted, and one can now see the divine glory conveyed through the Scripture. By seeing the glory of the Lord through the reading of Scripture with the freedom that the Spirit brings, Christians are transformed more and more into Christ, who is the image of God and the one through whom God is rich." So what I'm trying to suggest here as I end is that the woman at the well was one who encountered the divine glory. She wasn't ready for it. She wasn't worthy of it. And yet, wow, what an experience. Christ reaches out to her and manifests all the glory of God. And as she spoke with Jesus, he spoke to her. And from that moment forward, she was being formed more and more into the image of God as revealed in Jesus. And isn't that our experience as well? He's reached out to us and met us at our metaphorical well. And speaks into our hearts and our lives, loving on us, not judging us harshly, not judging us the way we judge ourselves, but encountering us and letting his love transform us. Whether we understand it or not, he is unfolding the kingdom of God in our lives. Do we deserve this? No, we didn't do the planning. Somebody else did that. Thanks to you to God. Let's go for the ride. Let's enjoy. Let's take advantage of what he's done through others and called us to be part of, so that we can meet Jesus at the noonday. I sent you to reap for that which you did not labor. Others have labored, and yet you have entered into their labor. His labor for us. We can't change it, but we can say thank you. And we can love Jesus back for loving us into his work. And we can love others as our expression of gratitude. The woman at the well ran off into town. She couldn't wait to tell others. It may be so with us. I don't know where you're going tonight. We've got house guests coming in tonight. But I can't wait to talk about God's glory with that friend present. I hope you feel excited. Because that's exactly what God gives us this table. We break for him again. Let me close. I changed my prayer just because I read that Walter Russell Bowie hymn that Paul picked for us to end with today. And I'm going to let that be our closing prayer of this sermon. Your revelations, O Lord, O love that triumphs over us. We bring our hearts before your cross. Come, finish your salvation.